Welcome to the Mission Impossible team. Hollywood has stolen the identity of over 56 million Americans, and it has become an accepted practice. Most recognize that Hollywood's images have a great influence on our culture and, in turn, on society's opinions of people and issues. And this issue is one that goes under the radar of many, but has a great effect on millions of people. There are few movies that feature a character with a disability, and as an example, here are some that feature characters who are paraplegics. First of all, nearly all are stereotypical portrayals, meaning they were either all about the disability or surrounded by a political agenda or were predictably inspirational. And whether they were a featured role or a supporting role, the one thing they all certainly had in common was that none were portrayed by actors who were paraplegics. So what? An audience member watching the movie, you only see an actor pretending to be a paraplegic. So who really cares? Besides, who wouldn't want Denzel Washington or Tom Cruise portraying their lives? Well, how about the lives of nearly 6 million Americans and millions more all around the world who do not pretend to be disabled? They are paraplegics, and they do care. Living a life with a major disability every day, every moment from the time they wake up, to doing simple household tasks like the dishes or vacuuming or doing the laundry. And that's all from within their own home. Living as a paraplegic outside the home, driving to work or having to take the bus, going to school, socializing, dating, trying to get a date, being a mom, being a dad, being a kid, and dealing with being a paraplegic all the time, not just for a week or a month because of a skiing accident, but for life. A life in a fast-moving world regardless of how fast they go. But despite how those with a disability are active members of society, Hollywood movies are saying that being a paraplegic is so easy, any actor can represent. Really? Any actor who is walking, running, and jumping can sit down in a wheelchair and represent paraplegics and those with a disability? So who can represent those with a disability? How about actors with a disability? Despite the stereotypes and blatant discrimination that Hollywood feels are acceptable practices, there are hundreds of actors with a disability. These are actors who have been classically trained, taken professional acting classes, and graduated from the same acting schools that all actors you see in movies and television have taken. Hollywood discriminates by saying these actors can only be hired for movie roles that are specifically written as characters with a disability. Yet they still hire able-bodied actors even for those roles. Clearly a double discrimination. But these actors continue to audition and try to be cast in movies and television. And they are banding together to have a fair and equal opportunity to express their art in acting, and things will change. So why does Hollywood continue to dismiss the significance of the identity of those with a disability with stereotypical images and refusing to allow actors with a disability to represent themselves and the disabled community? Well, Hollywood often uses the excuses that they have to have a big star to attract audiences and that there is a scene or two that the character is able-bodied. But many movies have more than one big star in it, and they could use them in a co-starring role next to an authentic actor with a disability, and with today's technology and creative camera angles, can easily make it appear as a disabled actor is a walking character. James Cameron cast co-starring roles to big stars, and all the known able-bodied actions of his paraplegic character are computer generated for his new movie Avatar. Perfect for a paraplegic actor. Although he did hire a relatively unknown actor, that actor is able-bodied. James Cameron is a film technology leader, but just a Hollywood follower when it comes to portraying and misrepresenting paraplegics and those with a disability. But there is a simple way to change this: authentic representation. By using screenwriters, directors, and actors with the same disability as the featured character. Of course, not all disabilities can represent themselves, but there are many who can, like the actors I just showed you. And what about the paraplegics and those with a disability in general, living with it every day? Can you imagine how great it would be and feel for those who are paraplegics if a movie featured an actor with the same disability? Wow, that would be incredible. I know because I am a screenwriter, a film director, a producer, and I am a paraplegic. I've been working toward this authentic representation, the return of our identity in movies and television for the past 14 years, but I cannot do this alone. So, Mission Impossible team, your mission, if you decide to accept it, is to unite and tell Hollywood you care about those with a disability and that they should be able to represent themselves. Give them the same respect that Hollywood gives everyone else. And your first step is to go to abilitiesunited.com. And of course, if you or anyone of our Mission Impossible team is caught, Hollywood will disavow any knowledge of how important it is of breaking the stereotypes and ending the discrimination of those with a disability who can represent themselves. But we will not, and we will not stop. This message will never self-destruct.